Good morning, everybody. My name's Rob Whitacre. It's Reaching the Lost Success Strategies, and guess what you just received in your email? You received a free download. This is one of our training sheets. At the School of Evangelism, we have a full curriculum for churches. It's a year process. We lay out a strategy and training to change the culture in your church to focus on evangelism. One of our training tools we just developed is called Mission Mondays. Now, some of you are familiar with Monday Night for the Masters. It's a great work. So we're playing on words. We're calling ours Mission Mondays. Here's one of the problem areas that we're hearing from churches who are enrolled in our school, and they're trying to reach the lost and get the members moving. Here it is. Rob, we send out a lot of cards. We do a lot of benevolence. We have contacts. But how do you take those contacts? How do you take all the cards you sent and transition that into a Bible study? Well, if you don't make the visit, you're never going to have the study. And let's just all be honest with each other. That's hard. We're busy. It's just hard to make that visit, to take time to do it. And unless we are intentional about it, we're not going to do it. That's why Mission Monday is important. We recommend one Mission Monday a month in the least. What does it look like? Well, you gather everybody together. Let me give you some suggestions. Elders, preachers, deacons, you should cater the meal. People work all day long, cater the meal. Place the food, or maybe have some members who are not going to participate in Mission Monday in the physical visit, have them make the food. Get the food in there, everybody eats. Now, every time you do an evangelistic effort, there's got to be training. Train them what to do. So you're going to take your contact sheet. Now, that contact sheet's important. If you're not printing it, you're not following the process. Every week, you should have the contact sheet printed with all your contacts listed. You should have a minimum of 10, 12, if not 15 or 20 contacts, because many are called, few are chosen. Now let's take the contacts and look at our spreadsheet. You should have the spreadsheet. At least the office, the elders, the preacher has access. This is where we record how we're prospecting the contacts. So let's just use the name Bill Smith. So Bill Smith's on our contact sheet. Then we look at our spreadsheet and we say, well, how many weeks have we been prospecting Bill Smith? How many cards has Bill Smith been sent? Well, week 1, he was sent 8. Let's say on week 2, he was sent 15. On week 3, he was sent 12. And week 4, he was sent 10. So we have 4 weeks of prospecting. But let's notice also that in week 1, some of the ladies brought Bill some food. On week 2, that youth group showed up on Sunday afternoon and washed his car. So Bill's had a lot of prospecting. Now, what does Mission Monday allow you to do? Well, here it is. To visit Bill. You should couple a teacher, that is one of the trained teachers in your church, with somebody else. Make sure there's a sister, children involved, perhaps the person they know, and you go to their door and you knock on it and you say, hey, my name's Rob. This is my wife, Nicole. Our church has been sending you cards lately. Are you part of that Jacksonville Church of Christ? Are you part of that Northern Oaks Church of Christ? Yes, ma'am, we are. And we've been, yes, sir, do you realize your church has sent us 47 cards? She says, your youth came and washed my husband's car. Your ladies came over and brought us a meal. I'll tell you, in all the years I've been going to church, we have never experienced a church like that before. We've never seen a church that kind. No one has ever sent us that. I haven't received that many cards on Christmas or a birthday in my life. And would you guys like to come inside just for a few minutes? Man, we'd love to come inside. So my wife and I would walk in, and what are we going to do? For the next 5 minutes, we're just going to talk about life. I'm going to look for pictures in our house, talk about children, grandchildren, friends, and family. We're looking for areas of commonality. You don't begin with differences. You begin with areas of commonality. Now, here's the transition. Ma'am, well, what do you think about the East Ridge Church of Christ? Oh, I love the East Ridge Church of Christ. That's the kindest church that I've ever seen. Ma'am, do you know a lot about the East Ridge Church of Christ? No, not really. I don't know a lot about you guys. Ma'am, would you like to know more about us? Well, I would like to know more about you. So now the transition takes place. Ma'am, I just so happen to have these little booklets. Could we sit down and we could look at them together? Or maybe if you have a time, we could come back and maybe you'd like to come over to our place. We'd be glad to fix dinner and just get to visit with you. That's the transition. That's contacts to prospects to Bible studies. Mission Mondays. Why Mission Mondays? It's a set time It's intentional. Now you're able to focus on the visit. Brethren, without the visit, you're sending cards just to send cards. Without the visit, you're doing benevolence just to feed the poor. That is not biblical. You see, the biblical model is one mission, and our mission is not to solve world poverty, and our mission is not to cheer people up with cards. Our mission is to reach the lost, and we do so with compassion and with love, and we demonstrate it. It opens their hearts and allows us to make the personal contact, transition into the study, so disciples can make disciples. God bless your efforts to reach the lost, and thank you for listening.